At this meeting you mentioned earlier, what was the offer that was made?
I think they offered something like $240,000 for the package, and I think Sam was considering it at the time. I had indicated to him that we could probably get a higher price. I wasn't sure. The price would be something that would have to be worked out between the individuals and themselves.
Now, this discussion about Alan Graham's offer took place at this same meeting?
Yes.
When did this take place?
I don't remember, but it was sometime around the end of August or the 1st of September. Wait a minute. It was later than that. I don't remember. I could find out. I remember we took them to Vegas for the weekend. We came in that morning about 4 o'clock, and it was that day they were negotiating with Sam Gaines and Victor Alec. I'd have to check my records to find out when that was.
We'll leave a space in the deposition for that date if you want to fill it in.
Okay.
Now, I want to understand the chronology as far as your meetings with Mr. Alec and Mr. Gaines. Your first contact was with Mr. Gaines by telephone, as I understand it?
Yes, that is correct.
Then you met with Mr. Gaines sometime thereafter?
Yes.
Then you may have called them, you are not sure, and told them that you thought you had someone interested in the package?
I think he called me a couple of times because he was trying to get this package. I didn't realize at the time, and he didn't notify me that his FHA commitment was expiring. He had only a short period of time. He was kind of under the gun.
The question was whether you called them and told them that you had someone interested in the package.
I think he called me once or twice to see if I had anybody interested, and I told him yes, I did. I don't remember whether he called me or I called him. Usually I might have called him, but I don't remember.
You don't have any specific recollection?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Now, was the next contact this meeting which you have been indicating or summarizing for us, at which Mr. Ackerman, yourself, Mr. Alec, Mr. Gaines, and Mr. Schwartz were present?
Well, let's see. When did the World Series come on? In 2013, I was in there one afternoon when the World Series was on, but I don't know whether that was before or after.
Take judicial notice of the fact it is generally in the month of October, which would be sometime after your contracts were signed.
All right, so that was before then.
So were there any other meetings between the first meeting and the meeting that was held with the entire group?
Well, let me see. No, I don't think there were any other meetings between the first meeting and the meeting with the group. Maybe there was, but I don't remember.
You don't remember any?
No.
Your answer is no?
His answer was he didn't remember.
I don't remember. I don't know. I might have taken Alan Graham down there too, but I don't remember that.
Don't guess. If you don't know, say you don't know. Answer the question that way, Fred.
All right. That is 2 years ago. That is a long time ago.
Now, were there any other offers which you explored or were supposed to explore, other than the offer from Philip Hunt's group, the offer from American Capital, and the offer from Alan Graham?
Oh, there was a number of them, yes. Not formal offers, but there were a number of interested people, you know.
Who were these people?
They weren't offers then, were they?
No, they weren't offers.
Well, you had some people interested. Who were they?
Gee, I don't remember now.
Quite a few?
Oh, there's quite a few people in this business that was interested, but at the same time, they are not in a position to do anything.
They didn't submit any offers in writing to you?
No, we had a few discussions perhaps, but that is about all. Basically, I just put the information out. I'd tell different people that I've got this package available and tell them what it is and see if they are interested. Through this kind of a party, I got an offer from American Capital. They contacted me.
Now, approximately when did this meeting take place between yourself, Mr. Schwartz, Mr. Ackerman, Mr. Alec, and Mr. Gaines? Was it during September of 2013?
It was approximately the middle of September.
The middle of September?
Yes, of 2013. I'd say between the 15th and the 20th. That is as close as I can remember.
Now, what else was discussed other than the 3 packages together with your recommendations that you have already testified to?
I wanted an agreement in writing from them regarding my commission.
Tell me what was said at this meeting on that subject.
Excuse me for interrupting. Was Mr. Schwartz present during this conversation?
Yes, he was.
Okay, thank you.
Tell me what was said.
Well, I wanted Sam Gaines to give me an agreement in writing for my compensation, and we had an agreement to an amount of $25,000.
And did he agree to that?
He said he had extra costs. He said he had his attorney, Mr. Schwartz's costs and whatnot, and all he could do is pay me $20,000. I didn't like that, but I said it was fine. At that time, I told him that I was working something out with the other party, that is, Phil Hunt and Associates, for some consideration from them. At that time, I didn't know what I was going to work out with them. We had discussed various figures.
What did they say? What was said in response to that statement?
I don't remember. It was something to the effect that that's fine, or something about buying a steak dinner when the thing was all done. I don't know.
Is that all you recall?
Basically, that was it.
That was the entire discussion about commissions and fees at that meeting?
Yes, we had agreed on $20,000. It was supposed to be $25,000, but like I said, Sam said that the best he could do was $20,000 because he had extra costs.
Are you aware whether Mr. Schwartz did get the other $5,000?
I don't know. He mentioned him. He says, I've got to take care of this gentleman here, so I don't know. So it was $20,000. I said, that's all right. I'm not going to argue with you fellows. I told them I had something coming on the other end, that I was working something out with them.
What else was discussed at this meeting?
That was it.
Did Mr. Alec or Mr. Gaines indicate or say that they planned to accept Philip Hunt's offer in accordance with your recommendation?
Well, that was the impression they gave me, that they were going to take Philip Hunt's offer, but I think they were also going to give further consideration to Alan Graham's offer as well.
Now, in my mind, there is a gap which I would like to fill in, if possible, between the first meeting with Mr. Gaines and this later meeting.
All right.
As I recall your testimony, you indicated that at the first meeting, you told Mr. Gaines you were going to look at the package up at Brentwood Mortgage?
Yes.
The next thing we know, you are talking to Mr. Gaines the very next time and presenting 3 offers. Now, wasn't there some discussion or meeting whereby you became authorized to place this package out for sale?
I was never given any authorization at all. I never had an exclusive agreement from Sam Gaines and Victor Alec to act on their behalf. They just told me if I could find someone to buy the package, and somewhere along the way, either at the first meeting or... Now I don't remember which meeting it was, but they said they had this much money, which was on Exhibit A of that agreement. That is how much money they had in it, and that anything over that I could get from some particular buyer would be my consideration for getting rid of the package. So I think the first meeting they showed me this balance sheet, how much money they had in it, but I don't remember.
Just to clarify, they said anything over that amount you could keep?
Anything over that they told me would be my consideration.
What amount were they talking about?
I told them we would try for $25,000.
What amount did they tell you they had in it?
$291,671.93.
May I see a copy of the balance sheet that you are referring to?
Yes, I just gave you one.
You have a copy of it.
Is this part of the agreement of purchase and sale from United Hospital?
Right, and I think Alec and Sam Gaines had a copy of that. I think they showed it to me that day.
There's no question pending. Just answer the question he asks.
Sorry.
Do you mean the first meeting you had?
Yes, I think so. They told me this is what they had in it.
Mr. Alec and Mr. Gaines were both present at that meeting?
No, I just remember Sam Gaines. That is all. I met Alec later.
Will you quit volunteering information?
I just want to get it all in.
It will go a lot faster if you just answer the question.
Okay.
At this first meeting with Mr. Gaines, did he tell you that he would give you a commission of any amount over and above $291,671.93 for which you could sell this package?
He said he wanted $281,000, whatever the figure is there, and if I wanted to be paid anything for my efforts and for finding a buyer, this is what he had to have, and I had to put an amount over and above that.
Your answer is yes to his question.
Okay, yes.
Did he give you any instructions?
He gave me no instructions and no authorization, just a verbal understanding that he wanted to sell the package, and if I had a buyer, bring it in and he would consider it because he was trying to sell it himself.
Then the very next contact was your contact with him, presenting the three offers in the meeting which you have just discussed.
I don't remember that it was my next contact with them. I am sure it probably wasn't. I either had telephone contact or I might have dropped by his office. I don't remember. The only one I remember very vividly was the first meeting and the meeting that one night with the 4 people and myself when I presented the 3 offers.